Good day and welcome. You're watching Sint Maarten NEWSDESK, where we bring you the latest and most important stories around the island and beyond. With your anchor crew, Alston Lawrence, Glenda York, Tiziana Hart, and Mizzy with the Sunshine Report. This broadcast is brought to you by TV15 and proudly produced by Great Bay Media Studios in Philipsburg, Sint Maarten. And now, let's jump straight into today's top headlines.
Let's start with police and customs targeting crime. The police force and customs department are reporting several major enforcement actions aimed at tackling armed robberies, illegal firearms, narcotics, and border security threats. Police arrested 3 suspects in connection with a series of armed robberies targeting supermarkets, restaurants, and guest houses in Cahill, Cul-de-Sac, and Philipsburg. The arrest followed an armed robbery report at a Chinese restaurant in Cahill on June 8th. Officers later intercepted a small blue vehicle in Cul-de-Sac and seized black clothing, narcotics, and a firearm. A 21-year-old woman, a 19-year-old man, and a 14-year-old boy were arrested. In a separate investigation, police arrested a 35-year-old man suspected of dealing in illegal firearms. During a house search, officers seized narcotics, cash, ammunition, an air gun, jewelry, and other evidence. Meanwhile, customs carried out inspections at the harbor, airport, and in a joint operation with French customs, checking 75 vehicles and 90 people. Authorities say these operations will continue as part of wider efforts to improve public safety. Brenteside Hospital staff strike over conditions. Staff at the Louis Constant Fleming Hospital in Marigot are on strike over working conditions, staff shortages, lack of materials, and instability in hospital management. The strike began on June 5th with union representatives saying repeated changes in management have made it difficult to resolve long-standing concerns. Staff say each new director forces them to restart negotiations, delaying progress on issues affecting daily operations. According to union representative Marceline Dessous, several hospital departments have seen staffing reductions. She pointed to the pediatric ward, where staff say nurses are being placed under pressure while trying to follow proper care protocols and protect patient safety. Concerns were also raised about missing equipment, unfinished work in the hospital kitchen, and the hospital's financial situation. Union representatives say 17 grievances were discussed with management and agreement has reportedly been reached on 11 points. However, staff say they are waiting for those agreements to be signed before moving forward. Despite the strike, doctors and nurses continue to care for patients. GEBE urges payment arrangements. NVGEBE is urging customers with outstanding balances to contact the company early and make payment arrangements before service interruptions become necessary. The utility company says it understands that some customers may have built up balances over time due to different circumstances. However, GEBE says reliable electricity and water service depends on customers paying for the services they use. Customers with overdue accounts are encouraged to visit GEBE's offices and speak with customer care representatives to review their situation and discuss possible payment plans. GEBE says its goal is not to create hardship, but to work with customers toward reasonable solutions. At the same time, the company is reminding the public that threats, intimidation, harassment, or abusive behavior towards its employees will not be tolerated. This applies in person, by phone, on social media, or through any other means. GEBE says employees deserve to work in a safe and respectful environment while serving their community. The company says it remains committed to professionalism, fairness, transparency, and reliable utility service for Sint Maarten.
Hello, my people. My name is Glenda York of Sit, Sip and Chat and Moms in Paradise podcast. You can find us on TV15 Sint Maarten, TVC St. Kitts, and on YouTube. Reporting from GEBE Media Studios in St. Maarten, your NEWSDESK feature story is coming up. But first, here is Mizzy with the Sunshine Report.
Hey there, it's Mizzy with the Sunshine Report, straight out of Sunshine City, St. Maarten, bringing you the warmth and the sunshine you need to kickstart your day. So let's dive into today's forecast and see how the skies are treating us.
My lord, I heard there's a lot of teams that are coming to Battle of the Fittest this year. And I also heard that the Spanish team is coming back. How can we win? This is madness. Madness? This is Battle of the Fittest! This is where they die! This is where we win! This is war!
From June the 20th to July the 4th, 2026 is the Battle of the Fittest 10 basketball tournament live from the legendary NEWSDESK Sport Auditorium, featuring top teams from across the Caribbean: St. Kitts, Stacia, Dominica, Sint Maarten, British Virgin Island, the Dominican Republic, Curacao, and Aruba. $10,000 up for grabs. This is where legends are made. The Battle of the Fittest 10 basketball tournament from June the 20th to July the 4th at the NEWSDESK Sports Auditorium. Bring your A game, because only the strong will survive.
This is war!
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every love, every adventure. Number one provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to roll. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them is there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to road.
Stay connected to the best of local and Caribbean content anywhere, anytime with the TVC Plus app, the official app of TVC Channel 40. With the TVC Plus app, you can watch TVC Channel 40 live, catch every episode of your favorite shows on demand, watch exclusive pay-per-view content, listen to Voice of the Caribbean Radio, and watch and read SKN Newsline. The TVC Plus app is available on all your devices. On the Google Play Store, search TVC and the plus sign. In the Apple App Store, type the words TVC Plus. And we're also available on the Amazon App Store for Fire TV and Fire Stick devices. Search the words TVC Plus. Download today and take TVC Channel 40 wherever you go.
All right, don't miss NEWSDESK. Weekdays at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. on TVC. Sink Kids to the World, now streaming everywhere. Audit Chamber expands a digital platform. The General Audit Chamber has upgraded its interactive digital environment, giving citizens new tools to better understand how government spends public money. The platform now includes two new sections, Building Permit World and Budget World. Building Permit World explains the need for stronger transparency and structural improvements in the permit process, while also helping users understand decision-making and ministerial authority. Budget World features the Audit Chamber's Audit Intelligence GPT, which allows users to ask questions about the national budget and other public finance issues. It also includes a downloadable financial calendar showing key budget deadlines and decisions. The Audit Chamber says the platform is designed to make government operations easier to understand and more accessible to the public. It includes surveys, quizzes, games, and information on areas such as road tax, public travel, procurement, and citizen participation. Users can also visit the Citizen Corner, where a free petition template is available. The platform can be accessed at arsxm.org. Nature Foundation updates governance. The Nature Foundation Sint Maarten has formally transitioned to a new two-tier governance structure as part of efforts to strengthen transparency, accountability, and long-term sustainability. Under the new model, oversight responsibilities will be separated from the day-to-day management of the organization. The newly established supervisory board will focus on strategic and long-term oversight, while a managing board will handle operational activities. The transition was supported financially and technically by the Dutch Caribbean Nature Alliance, which works with conservation management organizations across the region. Nature Foundation officials say the new structure aligns with international nonprofit governance standards and will help the organization remain eligible for competitive international grant programs and large-scale conservation projects. Supervisory Board Chairman Cornelius Binky van Es thanked DCNA for its guidance and partnership, saying the support will help strengthen the organization's mission to protect Sint Maarten's environment for future generations. The foundation says the updated structure will also improve decision-making and support more efficient management of local conservation activities. Heart Health Seminar highlights education gap. A recent heart health workshop in Sint Maarten has highlighted the ongoing need for greater public education about high blood pressure and heart disease. The session, hosted by Victory Temple Church of God of Prophecy as part of its Matters of the Heart series, was led by public health professional and health coach Vanessa Farrell. Participants raised a wide range of questions about managing hypertension, including how to properly take blood pressure readings, medication use, healthy eating habits, and home monitoring techniques. Farrell said many people know they have high blood pressure but remain unsure about how to effectively manage the condition on a daily basis. She emphasized that hypertension often develops without noticeable symptoms, making regular monitoring and education critical. Attendees left the workshop committed to making healthier lifestyle choices, including tracking blood pressure readings, reducing sodium intake, and taking medications consistently. The seminar also formed part of a broader wellness series that included discussions on relationships, identity, and personal growth. Organizers say the strong turnout demonstrates a growing community interest in practical health education and preventative care, particularly as chronic diseases continue to affect families across Sint Maarten and the wider Caribbean.
Hey there, I'm Venicia Herbert, and welcome to the Community Billboard. This is your space where the people, places, and heartbeat of the Sint Maarten community get to speak for themselves. Whether it's an event worth showing up for, a business worth knowing about, or a cause worth caring about, you'll hear it right here. So, settle in, because what's coming up next just might be exactly what you've been looking for. Welcome to the NEWSDESK Community Billboard.
Sint Maarten, we are looking for you to be at this year's Sint Maarten Flag Day Parade. Ladies, if you got your flag wear dress, wear it on 13 June. Men, we're not leaving you out. You can come with your red, white, and blue vest as well. Don't have a dress, don't have a vest. Just rep 721 in the colors of red, white, and blue.
So we're going to do it like back in the day, jollification time. Bring your drinks, bring your snacks, and we'll see you there.
13 June, 3 p.m. at the Walter Plant Square. See you there.
The 4th annual Mango Fest is coming up on Sunday, June 28th at Ebenezer Estate, but you have no idea how to get there. No worries, follow me. From the L.B. Scott Road, past the South Reward Catholic Church. Then take the last bridge before you reach the Milton Peters College. Take a right and head to the Ebenezer Estate Playground. Simple! You could either park outside of the venue or park at the Catholic Church and make a short walk to the event. The 4th annual Ebenezer Mango Fest, Sunday, June 28th, starting at 4 p.m. Entrance is free.
Me and you underneath the mango tree. KISSING.
To be part of our mailing list, send an email to newsdesksxm@gmail.com.
Let's put everything on the table. People always give their opinion, and you can either take it or crunch it. Let them judge. We give in to the most irresistible flavor. We devour every nugget that falls in our hands, especially when it's our crunchy fried chicken. And let the crumbs fly if needed. Let them keep judging. We'll keep indulging. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every laugh, every adventure. Number one provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want the road. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them is there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to road.
Before we wrap up, we take a moment each day to check in with our neighbors across the region. There's always a story worth paying attention to. Here's today's regional headline.
For our regional story, let's check out the police update in Saba and Statia. In regional news, police on Saba are investigating the theft of approximately 27 lobsters from a lobster trap moored at a pier on Bayfront Street. The report was filed on Saturday, June 6th. Police say the stolen lobsters weighed an estimated 80 to 90 pounds in total, and the case remains under investigation. Also on Saba, officers conducted a scheduled traffic check Friday morning on Samuel A. Charles Street in the Bottom. 11 vehicles were stopped and checked, and police say all drivers had their documents in order. Separately, a 50-year-old man was arrested Saturday night on E.A. Johnson Road for assault, while a 37-year-old woman was arrested on Booby Hill Road for insulting a public official on duty during a mediation. In Statia, a minor was injured Sunday evening after losing control of a fat bike while descending on Mammy Apple Road near Cherry Road. The minor collided with a sidewalk and was taken by ambulance to the hospital for medical treatment.
Welcome back. Each day we take a moment to go beyond the headlines and look deeper into the issues, people, and conversations shaping life here on Sint Maarten. Welcome to today's NEWSDESK feature.
A letter to the editor from affected members of staff at the Charlotte Brookson Academy for the Performing Arts is raising serious questions about pension accountability, employee rights, and financial transparency inside one of St. Maarten's educational institutions. The issue is not simply about paperwork. It is about whether teachers and staff who help shape the country's next generation are being given the basic employment protections they are legally and morally entitled to. According to the affected CBA employees, staff members have spent more than 7 years seeking answers from the school's board of directors about pension registration, pension contributions, and their status with the Algemeen Pensioen Fonds Sint Maarten, better known as APS. They say those concerns were raised as far back as 2019 during staff meetings, board meetings, employee evaluations, and through written communication from the Windward Islands Teachers Union. But according to the letter, clear answers have still not been provided. The most serious concern raised by the employees is that for the past 2 years, pension deductions have allegedly been withheld from staff salaries but not remitted to APS. If accurate, that would mean employees are seeing money deducted from their paychecks for pension purposes while still not being properly registered in the pension fund. That is where this becomes more than an internal workplace complaint. Workers have a right to know where deducted wages are going. Pension contributions are not optional extras. They represent future security, retirement stability, and trust between employer an employee. In a formal letter dated May 25, 2026, signed by 16 staff members, the employees requested a complete breakdown of all pension deductions withheld from their salaries, written confirmation that the withheld funds are still available, confirming that the board's matching contributions are also being reserved, and details about an alleged lump sum payment requested by APS as a condition for official registration. The deadline for a response was June 3rd. According to the staff, the response from the board president was brief, stating that the school's lawyer is handling the matter and that a reply would be sent. But for the affected employees, that answer is not enough. They argue that referring the matter to legal counsel feels like another delay in a situation that has already gone unresolved for years. Their demand is straightforward: transparency, accountability, and independent verification of the funds deducted from their salaries. The broader concern is public trust. Education institutions are not ordinary businesses. They carry a public responsibility. They receive trust from parents, students, government, and the wider community. When educators say they cannot clear answers about their own retirement contributions, it raises questions about governance, oversight, and institutional responsibility. The staff members also say they are not asking for special treatment. They are asking for basic respect and accountability. They say their patients should not be mistaken for acceptance, and their professionalism should not be mistaken for weakness. That line matters, because educators often continue working through uncertainty because the students come first, but commitment to the students should not require silence about workplace rights. The employees are now appealing to the Ministry of Education, Culture, Youth and Sport, the Minister of Labor, the wider government of Sint Maarten, and any relevant authority that can assist. And that may be the key point. When employee deductions, pension security, and public education governance are at stake, the issue cannot be treated as a private misunderstanding. It becomes a matter of public accountability. The affected staff of Charlotte Brookson Academy say the time for excuses has passed. Now the question is whether those responsible for oversight will ensure that the teachers and staff asking for answers finally receive them, because pension security is not a favor. It is part of the dignity owed to every worker who gives years of service to this country.
That's all the time we have for today's edition of Sint Maarten News Desk. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, new episodes premiere every weekday at 8 a.m. on TV15 and across all our social media platforms. From all of us here at News Desk, we wish you a fantastic week ahead. Until next time, stay friendly, Sint Maarten.